Hey guys, it's Patches. Today I got a pretty good gameplay for you. It's MITD on Carbon, and I go 58-1 with a MOAB. I died once, so I lived twice, and I got a Juggernaut and got Specialist bonus in the Juggernaut both times I was alive. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty good gameplay, so I'm excited to bring it to you. This gameplay is going to look a little jittery, like right here, where it looks like I don't even aim at the guy when I shoot that shotgun. It's because I'm taking it straight from theater mode before I got my capture card, so we're going to have to deal with that. But it'll be good. You guys will go along with it, right? Today what I want to talk about is things that are overpowered in Modern Warfare 3. And I thought this would be a good topic because of the Juggernaut. Some would argue that the Juggernaut is overpowered. Well, here's my opinion on that. I think that the sleight of hand that the Juggernaut gets during Specialist bonus makes it ridiculous. The sleight of hand for the pistol, yes, it's only a pistol, but it's a deagle. And it's pretty powerful if you can aim with it. And I've gotten pretty good at muscling it down when I'm shooting at these people. Sometimes it doesn't really look like it like that time. I was shooting all over the place, but you know, I think having all the health and being slowed down a little bit before you get Specialist bonus, but you have all the armor. That makes sense. To only have a pistol, it makes it alright. But here's where it becomes pretty overpowered. As soon as you get Specialist bonus, you melee ridiculously. You melee so fast, and Joel actually has in his file share, he gets a multi-kill with a knife on Dome. He just runs into the Dome with the Juggernaut and just stabs everyone and leaves, and it literally comes up as a multi-kill. That's how fast he was knifing these people. That and the melee, and the sprint speed. You sprint so fast as soon as you get extreme conditioning, I guess. I mean, there's no lightweight in this game, so I'm not sure why the Juggernaut gets so fast when you get Specialist, but that happens. But the deagle is fair. There's no portable built into the Juggernaut also, like there is if you earn the support Juggernaut. So it's, I mean, it's all right. But really, what I would take out of it to make it more fair is the sleight of hand and make the knifing a little slower. Some other things that are overpowered in Modern Warfare 3 are some things that everyone uses, mainly Assassin. And if you think about it, Assassin is, in my opinion, the most overpowered thing in the game, other than the knife. The knife is the singular most overpowered thing in the entire Call of Duty franchise, if you ask me. But anyway, Assassin, you know, everyone uses it. Yeah, you stay off UAV, but that's the thing about everything else that it counters. It counters the UAV, counter UAV, portable radar, the scrambler, EMPs, EMP grenades. It cancels the effects of a MOAB after it goes off, so you still die, but the EMP effect is gone when you have Assassin on. Cancels out marksman, and it completely negates the effect of the thermal sight and the heartbeat sensor. All of those things can be countered using Assassin, where I don't think there's any other thing in the game that can counter so many things with just one perk slot. It just it cancels out everything, and you're kind of silly not to use it. I do appreciate, though, what they tried to do, separating Blind Eye from Assassin. Whereas in Modern Warfare 2, Cold-Blooded canceled out everything. You couldn't be seen from aircraft, and it did all the same things that it does in Modern Warfare 3 as well. However, there was another second-tier perk that everyone also wanted to use, which was Stopping Power, which they took out of this game because it was pretty good. But now without that other powerful perk to choose from, now there's only one really, and that's Assassin. And so everyone runs Assassin. And so it's just not having a choice of something else that's equally as powerful makes it way overpowered. It'd be different if you could choose from a couple things that were really good. Because if everything's overpowered, then nothing is, right? But but Assassin just by itself is just too much, in my opinion. And I don't know, but you have to use it because everyone's got those portable radars. I use them all the time. UAVs, you just gotta stay off. I like playing stealth and run around and spawn sometimes, so I always use Assassin because it's just so good. Some other things that are overpowered, that they introduced to Modern Warfare 3 is spawn protection. I agree with not dying immediately as soon as you spawn. I don't know if you've seen Sandy Ravage videos where he just wrecks people with the AC-130. They all spawn at once, and 6 people die with one mortar. So it's good they took it out. So that can't happen, but at the same time, the amount of blast shield they give you, it's like for 5 seconds or something when you spawn, it's just too much. So you call in a predator, and you see someone who just spawned, and if you see them, you aim for them, and you land it on their forehead, and you get a hit marker. So, by the way, in my opinion, in this game, if you hit someone with a predator missile, it shouldn't matter if they have Ballistic vest, it shouldn't matter if they have blast shield or spawn protection. If you hit them with the physical missile, they should die. That's just my opinion. But the spawn protection is a little too much. I like what they were trying to do. I like the idea, but I think Black Ops did it a little bit better. Where you could still die from it. There's the MOAB, by the way. Where you could still die from it, but you can't be seen right away. I think that makes a lot more sense. In this game, the ACR is just... It has to be the best gun in the game. You can't really argue with that. It has high damage output and 0 recoil. The thing that would make it more fair is more recoil, but as it is in this game, as it was in Modern Warfare 2, there's no recoil. It's a laser beam shot, and it's easily the most powerful gun in the game. Say what you want about the Type 95. If you miss 1 or 2 of those bullets, you gotta take another burst so it doesn't kill as fast as the ACR. But the ACR, even if you're getting shot at, it's laser beam accuracy, and it's a little too much in my opinion. Other guns, I don't have any problem with the MP7 really. Maybe it should have a little more kick, but people get mad when they get dropped instantly by the MP7. But in reality, it's a submachine gun, and any kind of gun really. If you get hit by 2 or 3 bullets, you should be pretty close to dead. So that's what the MP7 does. Its rate of fire is pretty good. That's why it drops people so fast. But at the same time, I think they could up the recoil a little bit, make it a little more evened out. The AA-12 is something that's always been annoying. But in this game, they make it a little more fair because you really have to dedicate a class to it. You got to run Scavenger because it gives you so little ammo. And also, you pretty much have to run either extended mags or sleight of hand. So what you end up doing is having to make all these choices in your class setup, and you have to sacrifice a lot of things just to make it a viable gun to use. So even though it's annoying, I think they balance it out pretty well. Not too many people use it. I had to use it because I got a gold. That was a goal I had with it. And as soon as I got a gold, I stopped. But it's a fair gun, I think, in this game. While it can drop you really fast, I think what they did with it is good. The Striker and the SMA, they're just annoying. The Striker, I mean, if you can shoot it as fast as some people do, it's a shotgun. You can't argue with that. People run around with it and just blow you away with it. Yeah, but it's a shotgun. You can't really argue with that. And the SMA, it's an anti-tank missile. So people get upset when the missile lands. Oh my gosh, I was across the room. It's an anti-tank missile, so if you're even near that, there should be none of you left. So it's good that they only give you 1 rocket for it, but really, it makes sense. It is annoying that it's in the game, but it makes sense what it does. Ballistic vests, I do not agree with the mechanics of the ballistic vests in this game. I think it's a great thing that they put in the support package. However, there's some things that are wrong with it. First of all, if I shoot a guy in the head with a sniper rifle even, and he has a ballistic vest on, in this game, it gives me a hit marker. And that doesn't really make sense to me, because if it's just a vest, I feel like any damage to the chest should be nerfed. Not to the head, not to the limbs, only to the chest. But for some reason, the ballistic vest is actually, in this game, some sort of overshield where it deflects all type of damage, including falling damage, which is my second point. If you fall a certain amount to give you damage, you lose the ballistic vest, which again does not make sense. You generally fall on your feet, right? But it takes away the 25 points health points of the ballistic vest when you lose that falling damage, and that just doesn't make sense to me. The Reaper, it's a really good kill streak, and I feel like maybe it should be bumped up to need a couple more points to use. But it's a good kill streak, and I think it's where it should be. But let me talk about some things that are underpowered, I think. First of all, MOABs. I really used to enjoy getting nukes because it would end the game. You had a lot of power in your hand. A lot of people have talked about this already, but I think MOAB should do a little bit more than just get kills. And yeah, I think there needs to be some balance between ending the game and just only killing everybody on their team. There should be something that happens to the other team. I haven't really decided yet, but it needs to be a little more rewarding when you get a 25 gun streak. You know what I'm saying? The AC-130 could use a little more of a buff because of the spawn protection. It's not as good as it used to be by any means. So there should be some way to fix that. Blast Shield is something that they were onto something here, and Black Ops 2 really picked it up with Tac Mask. That was such a good idea, and what they did was amazing, where the tactical grenades don't really do anything to you. In this game, if it was half as good as it is in Black Ops, I might use Blast Shield. But really there's no use for it because you still get stunned, you still get flashed, so it doesn't really help. Dead Silence used to be a really good perk, but as soon as they patched it to be countered by SitRep Pro, it kind of lost its edge, because if someone's wearing SitRep Pro and you have Dead Silence, they hear you at the normal volume that they hear everyone else at. which doesn't really make sense to me. It might make more sense if it was the normal version without Sierra Pro, and that's how loud you heard the people with dead silence or something like that. I'm not sure, but Sierra Pro is a little OP. I use it a lot because I don't like to sit in corners, but I do like to know where everyone is. So I think I find a balance with that one in my gameplay, in my strategy. But dead silence could use a little bit more of a buff. Barrett 50 cal and any of those sniper rifles, really the MSR, the AS50, they use 50 caliber rounds, which I don't know if you've seen. I'll put a picture up right here, but the rounds are literally bigger than a grown man's thumb. And if you get hit by anywhere, if you get hit anywhere on the body with a 50 caliber bullet, you're gonna explode. That's just how it is, and that's why the gun is designed that way. The MGs in this game use the same kind of ammo. Look it up. They're made for just obliterating people, and I feel like if you get hit with a 50 caliber bullet in the toe, you lose your leg, and you should not be a living soldier anymore. So that's how I feel about those. At the same time, you shouldn't be able to run around with a Barrett 50 cal. I don't know if you've seen how heavy they are, but you shouldn't be able to run around with it. So guys, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you think is overpowered or what's underpowered. What's your guilty pleasure class when the enemies are kind of getting on your nerves and you want to just serve it right back to them? What's that class that you don't really tell anyone about because you got the XM25 and the riot shield using FMG9s akimbo? Let me know in the comments, and hope you enjoyed this video. Drop me a like if you so desire, and I will see you soon. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a MOAB. Not really.